It's good to be with you, and great to see the timeline up already from the junior church. So more of that in a moment. But yes, we make it or waste it. It flies, runs out. Sometimes we have it, sometimes we don't. It is time. Yes, it's on the order of service, so that's a drat. I forgot that one. But yes, it's time. The sands of time. Haven't we all said, where's the year going? It's July. We're midway through July now. Half the year has gone. The days are becoming shorter. It's just slightly darker in the evening. We are so conscious of time. 10:30 start, or we were pretty prompt this morning. In fact, Julia wanted to bring us in 2 minutes early. That's the teacher in you, isn't it? Yes. Efficiency. Time. Have you got time to stay for refreshments afterwards? What are you doing today? What's this week going to be like? We're so often watching the clock. I don't need an alarm clock at the moment. I haven't for a long time, but the light in the morning wakes us up. But maybe in the middle of the winter, that alarm clock is fairly useful. We think of seconds and minutes and hours and days. But the next picture gives us a bigger picture of time. Oh, here we are. These were a couple of images that came back from the James Webb Space Telescope. They've been in the news this last week. I'll have a look at it. It's the Stephan's Quintet on the left, and the cloak of dust around a star in the Southern Ring Nebula. Wonderful names. That this telescope in space is picking up and bringing these images back. And the Southern Ring Nebula is 2,500 light years away. And I'm not expecting to read all that little writing, but 1 light year, this is, because I'm no scientist, so this is all out of my brain in a way, but 1 light year is 5.9 trillion miles. Light travels at about 670 million miles per hour. So it takes 8 minutes for the light from the sun to reach Earth. So when we see the sun in the sky, that's actually 8 minutes ago, the sun 8 minutes ago. And the more you go further away, the more we see things are actually in the past. It's almost like going back in time, because that Southern Ring Nebula, the image there, is not of the Southern Ring Nebula today, but of years ago. The next nearest star to us, Proxima Centauri, is 4 light years away, meaning we're seeing the star as it looked in 2018. And all this blows my mind. I just can't think, how space and time are extraordinary. And of course, once we get into thinking about God, we're thinking about the eternal, who is greater than even these nebulas that are 2,500 light years, or almost 3,000 miles away. Time. Do you have time? And then the question, of course, time for what? What's important to use this tiny little bit of time that we have on this planet called Earth? Time. What's the important things? This is, in a way, what is challenging us as we think about time this morning. So often we fritter time away. But what are the important things? The next slide. Thinking about special times. And we're going to put some special times on our timeline in just a few minutes' time. But there's 3 special times. Any ideas what? There's lots of special events, I think, happened on those years, but what can you think of? Anne? Yeah, well done. 1972, we've been plugging on all year already. 50-year anniversary of the forming of the United Reformed Church, 1972. The beginning of our timeline as we celebrate this Jubilee year. Yeah. And then 1987. Simon's got it in front of him, so did you know? Did you remember?
I didn't know that was when Lighthouse started.
It was when Lighthouse started in Great Missenden and Prestwood, the first Lighthouse children's holiday club, Christian-based children's holiday club. And Lighthouse has spread across the area. It's still a high Wycombe and South Buckinghamshire event mainly, but there are lighthouses now up north as well, 1 or 2, and we hope it will spread further. So yes, 1987, the first lighthouse. And 2009, Kate might know this one. Well done, yes. Yes, it's imprinted in your brain, I'm sure. We refurbished this sanctuary, so there are the 3 pictures. And we can put those up on our timeline a little bit later. Lighthouse, it's that time of the year, and I love the banner that we have encouraging you and other people who come into this building to volunteer. It's very close now, but we certainly still need your prayers and your concern and your support for Lighthouse. Just so relieved it's not this week with the heat. We just hope it won't be quite so hot next week when most of the lighthouses are running. And the Highcrest Lighthouse we have a particular link with, but I don't know if we've had links with Hazelmere. Loudwater will have a new lighthouse at the end of August. Time. Let's use our time well, and let's give thanks. We began with that. This is the day that the Lord has made. We've been given this day. Let's use it well to worship our God and to help and care for each other. Well, we're going to have our reading, and Rosemary is going to read this to us from the Psalms. And this reminds us to give thanks for God, not one day in 7, but every day, God's blessings. So let's listen for God's word to us.
As Terry said, the reading today is Psalm 145, verses 1 to 13. I will proclaim your greatness, my God and King. I will thank you forever and ever. Every day I will thank you. I will praise you forever and ever. The Lord is great, and it is to be highly praised. His greatness is beyond understanding. What you have done will be praised from one generation to the next. They will proclaim your mighty acts. They will speak of your glory and majesty, and I will meditate on your wonderful deeds. People will speak of your mighty deeds, and I will proclaim your greatness. They will tell about all your goodness and sing about your kindness. The Lord is loving and merciful, slow to become angry, and full of constant love. He is good to everyone and has compassion on all he made. All your creatures, Lord, will praise you, and all your people will give you thanks. They will speak of the glory of your royal power and tell of your might, so that everyone will know your mighty deeds and the glorious majesty of your kingdom. Your rule is eternal, and you are king forever. This is the word of the Lord.